lot of that business, and they're shipping it out, even to the East Coast or to the Southwest, and just I want to keep the business here. I want us to prosper. I want Cleveland to prosper. So that's what the job's all about to me.
Okay, so speaking of jobs, how do you get the jobs here to the inner cities? When you win, as far as Cuyahoga County Commissioner, we speak life into existence. How do you get those jobs here? What is your plan for that?
It's not easy. I'm not going to create jobs. I'm just going to try to create the environment. But I'd love to try to put together a couple of enterprise zones. We have a couple that are here, but just if we could set ourselves up an enterprise zone and build around that, I think it's the most logical thing to do. There's a couple of neighborhoods where if we just put in I break this down. We have about 25, maybe 30,000 age 20 to 35-year-old African Americans that are unemployed right now.
Underemployed or unemployed? Both.
Yeah, let's say both. Maybe.
Yeah.
And if we could just find ourselves 200 companies, 200 companies that hired 100 people, and we focused on trying to put those in certain zones, we could make a serious dent into that issue.
That's where your community benefit agreement is play.
I'd love to be able to expand those. I want to get these.
Because you have to hold these companies accountable.
Yeah.
Because what they'll do is they'll try and utilize you to market and advertise for them. But because I work with them, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things that I say to them is that, you have to sign, this agreement, the saying, and when I ask them to hire, I need you to hire at least 2 of the people that we send to you.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to hire 2 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
If they fit the qualifications and they get past the interview, the background check, and everything that you're saying they got to get through.
Yeah.
You have to hire them.
Underwear, shoe size.
Because you're not going to just use me to make sure that you hit your diversity clause.
Yeah.
That you're being audited on every year.
Yeah.
To say that, well, we went to, the Urban League and, we did this and we did that. No, I need you to put this community back to work, this county back to work.
Yeah.
And I need you to commit to that by signing
on
the dotted line saying that, yes, we will hire 2 of the 6 that you send to us.
There's a single dime that flows out of the county under a program like that, there should absolutely be what you're talking about.
Exactly.
There shouldn't be any money that's spent without a commitment that comes back at that.
Exactly.
And I'm not even focusing about just keeping quota. I'm talking about setting up zones where 75 or 80% of the people in the business are African American. That's what we need to do.
Okay.
Why can't we do that? Now I'm teaching kids at Notre Dame College. And half of my students are black, and they are the brightest kids in my class. Why can't we give these guys careers? My biggest heartbreak is teaching kids that have great brains that maybe for the first time in their academic career are being encouraged, and then watching them leave college and their prospects just fade away. That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
So why are we doing that when we don't have to? We're not. It's not 100 years ago. We're in the
21st century.
Yeah, geez. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out ways to do that if we can. Right. That would help.
So the way that, and the thing about it is like I understand where you're coming from. But downtown is a crown jewel.
Yeah.
You go anything, like I keep saying this, you go anywhere past downtown, maybe 30th Street.
Yeah.
Some inner cities, you have war zones. How will you prevent those or change those around?
So the enterprise zones I'm thinking about and talking to people about are maybe just on the periphery of the downtown zones. They say like 30th and Cedar, areas like that, trying to take it and trying to build it into something that has employment, that has a lot of interest, a lot of engagement. Just trying to build things there. And I'm not talking about. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to put these things out in Strongsville.
Right.
I want to put them in areas where people need them. I want to have employment in Strongsville too. Don't get me wrong. Right. But I want to put them in areas where people need them, and then just give people some pride, something for them to build on. And I'm 60 years old, just about.
Okay.
And I've been watching this my whole life, and people don't say you should say that, but I'm not going to be around that much longer.
Right.
I just don't want to leave things in the condition that found.
So pretty much, you want to run and win to build it for the next generation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm too old to have some kind of long political career. I really am, but I sure can use the talents that I built to try to apply them.
Okay.
Try to use them and help the city build itself.
So now here's my next question. How since you are on the campaign trail pretty much now, well, it started when you walked in here.
Yeah.
How can people donate to your campaign, volunteer to help you pass out T-shirts, flyers, whatever you got? What are those things, that you use for the nails?
Nail files.
Those things. So how can people help you do that?
So we have a website. It's called CorriganForExecutive.com. They can go to the website. We have a Facebook called Corrigan for County Executive. They can go to the Facebook and they can learn about what the events are and learn about what we're trying to do. And as much help as I can get. I think the establishment isn't so engaged in this yet. So I guess I'm kind of an anti-establishment candidate. Right. I got Republicans given to Budish, and I'm kind of wondering what that's all about. And there's just an establishment, sort of more an elite class that I that's not quite engaged with.
So running as an independent or as a Republican?
I'm running as an R right now.
Okay.
So
all right. So and we know that some of the things that
it's like, what's today?
Like today is the 16th. It might change by tomorrow after being on this show.
Tomorrow I might be an independent.
No, I mean that's where I came from. So
right.
I can't be dishonest or anything about that.
Okay. So as far as what you are concerned, like the thing about it is you're concerned with pretty much community development. What is your platform pretty much based on, right? Pretty much what at this time you explain it, just the bottom line, the points of interest for everybody. For your campaign. There are
4 or 5 different things that they link together, but they don't seem like it. I like the whole idea of the ombudsman, the communication. That's important. I'd like to not really have county corruption anymore. Just manage the contracts. Yeah, manage the
no FBI agents running from City Hall.
And try not, just manage the contracts fairly. There's a component of minority contracting that isn't quite fully subscribed.
No, I see it every day.
Why are we making sure that that's done? We should. I'm trying to figure out just a couple other things. Why aren't we employing people in the county? I said that a few minutes ago.
Right.
How can we keep companies from leaving? One of the companies I worked at a long time ago was called Picker. Now it's Phillips. Phillips has
Picker X-ray.
Yeah.
And it's Phillips, and they're out.
And they're planning on packing in all their manufacturing jobs by the end of the year. 450 jobs, and they're leaving.
Really?
So why are we not doing something about that right now? So I sent an email to the executive vice president in Amsterdam, said, "Hey, why are you leaving?" And can we get nothing? I'm just some guy on the sideline. But if I'm county executive, I'm going to get an answer. I'm going to engage the congressional side. I'm going to do something about it and push and push and push. We make CAT scanners, CT scanners in Highland Heights for 45 years, and they're closing this year. And there's some reasons behind it, but not reasons that can't be overcome.
Right.
And these are not minimum wage jobs.
No, they're not.
These are very good jobs.
Very, very good jobs.
So great talent, great engineering, great manufacturing. There's an African American component that's out there. I had friends there. I worked there a while ago, and they're leaving. And so
what
that's
about
a county executive issue.
Right.
I'm sorry. We're going to lose that many jobs.
450.
450.
Yeah.
450 in Cuyahoga County.
They announced it. I mean, this isn't new. They announced it.
I understand they announced it, but you gotta have 450 people out of work or unemployment that's been there for a while, and then you don't have any money as it is.
Right, they're slowly letting them go, and we're supposed to be a medical hub. Medical world.
We're supposed to be the medical hub, right? That's how they built the medical hub.
Cleveland Clinic is number 2 in the world as far as hospitals are concerned. As far as hospitals,
we need that manufacturing here. We need that here. It's important. Because when they leave, then the engineers leave. They go to
Right.
some other city. So, you know, what happened to me was I worked there, and then I went off to another company. We kind of built other industries and businesses, and
Right.
we need stuff like that here.
Exactly. All right, we got to take another break. I see that Chef Joey walked up and way in here.
With no food.
Angela's going to be mad. Speaking of
Man.
Angela White Davis, we're going to ask her why she supports Peter Corrigan for Cuyahoga County. And keep it clean, Miss Davis. Thank you very much. When we come back from break, Larry H. Gardner, Headlines and Headaches with Queen J. Price. I'm going to be playing some more Eric Wilson songs. I think Nothing Clean. That's what.
Super hungry.
Right. So that's what it is. So we'll be right back after these
Joey is ignoring you.
after these messages.
Hungry. He's like.